Here's my audience. Almost everyone can remember an embarrassing moment that still randomly pops up in their head. No matter how much time has passed, one moment in particular that still sticks with me is one of my tumbling passes during a performance this gymnastics season. At the time, it felt like the entire room was focused on me, and I couldn't escape the moment. The chances are you felt this way too. Even now, I can still remember exactly how it felt. Embarrassing moments can feel unforgettable because we overestimate how much others notice them. Our brains repeat them endlessly, and the intense emotions we feel make the memory stick. Today, we will review my own personal story and explore the spotlight effect, understand rumination, and understand the emotional intensity and memory behind these embarrassing moments. The day started as a normal performance day. I got up, had breakfast, and went to school like normal. My friend, Weston, and I were talking about our nerves during 7th hour. Being the only two Oaks kids, we had extra pressure knowing that people from Oaks would be watching that night. When it was finally time for the performance, the gym was packed since it was a districts game. We had a section right in the beginning where some of us were doing continuous front tucks down the springboard. I was one of those people, and when it was my turn, I went into it as normal and landed, but just without enough momentum and fell backwards onto my butt. In that moment, it felt like the entire room was watching and judging me. Psychologists explain this feeling through the spotlight effect, which is the tendency to believe that others notice us more than they actually do. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that people are usually too focused on themselves anyway to pay close attention to others' mistakes. Even though it felt like a huge, unforgettable moment to me, most people around me moved on pretty quickly. After the moment was over, the embarrassment didn't just disappear. When I got in line for the next pass, I could feel the tears forming. It felt like that's all anybody and everybody was focusing on. I tried to pretend that it didn't happen, but being one of the older kids out of a group of a lot of younger kids, it was hard to not feel like the attention was on me. Through the rest of the performance, I found myself replaying the situation over and over, thinking about what I could have done differently. This is explained by the concept of rumination, which is when people repeatedly think about the same negative experience. According to the American Psychological Association, focusing on negative experiences repeatedly can make them more significant and harder to forget. The more I replayed the moment, the more permanent it became in my memory. One reason this moment stuck so strongly is because of how intense it felt in the moment. During that moment, I could feel my face get really hot, the tears still forming, the quiet ooze through the screaming and clapping. This made the moment feel even bigger and more emotional than it really was. Research from NIH show that strong emotions can enhance memory. Because embarrassment creates such a strong emotional and physical reaction, the brain treats it as if it's something much more important to remember. Even though the memory may not have been important to anybody but me, my brain stored it as if it was important to everybody. In conclusion, today we reviewed my personal story, we understood the spotlight effect, we explored rumination, and we also covered the emotional intensity of embarrassing moments. Even now, when I think back and remember that moment, falling in front of a packed gym and feeling like all eyes were on me, but in reality, most people don't remember it at all. Embarrassing moments stay with us not because they matter to everyone, but because of how our mind processes them and how we remember them. In the end, the moments we can't stop thinking about are often the ones that everybody else has already forgotten. Here's my audience again.